Hi. Would you be willing to show me more of Azuria?
Well, this is rather sudden. But sure, why not? Is there something in particular you were hoping to see?
Anywhere. Everywhere. We're really not far from Vermeil, but you'd never know it by how different the environment is. I never imagined that just across the border wall was this rich, verdant land. Can you blame me for being so fascinated?
Perhaps it's just me, but I want to go everywhere and see everything. Is the sort of request a spy might make, no?
My, was that an accusation? And in front of the Prince of Azuria, no less. I'm shocked. Where's your sense of propriety?
She's not a spy, Rudy.
My apologies. I do trust her. I was just being cautious.
Right. Well, where should we start?
I want to see the nature Azuria has to offer. You Rangers dedicate yourselves to preserving and maintaining the kingdom's natural splendor, right? Then take me somewhere that will take my breath away.
Breathtaking vistas.
I've got it! Why not start your sightseeing on the overlook north of the castle?
Oh, great idea.
And you'll take me there?
Of course I will.
Wonderful! Thank you. I can hardly wait. Wow. What a spectacular view. This land is truly blessed.
It is, for now. But the encroachment keeps affecting more and more of it. Lightstone Woods, just for one example.
Take heart. The fact that you've preserved as much as you have is something to be applauded. Sites like this are a forgotten memory for us in Vermeil.
Has the encroachment truly caused so much destruction over there?
Indeed. And in recent years, it has only gotten worse. Scores of villages have been consumed by crystal. The capital is flooded with refugees, with nowhere to rest their heads.
It beggars belief, I must admit.
Given the beauty that surrounds you, I suppose that it would be difficult to imagine such devastation just across your border. Surely you feel the same?
I've heard the stories, of course. But, it's hard to picture what I haven't seen.
Oh, I've just had a marvelous idea. Come on, let's go gather some materials.
What sort?
Sucklebugs, witherweed, and malted gumshell.
What in the world? I've never heard of a single one of those before. I don't think you'll find them here in Azuria.
I disagree. I don't know how well known they are here, but if Vermeil has them, Azuria should too. Sucklebugs tend to hide away behind large rocks and the like. Witherweed is... how do I describe it? A sort of grass that looks parched all year round. And finally, malted gumshells sometimes fall off of Palumu when they're hit with breath attacks.
So bugs that hide behind rocks, shriveled plants, and Palumu sheddings? What will you do with all that?
That is a question for later. Come on, we've got some searching to do.
We can't just go looking at random. Do we have any sort of plan here?
If I may, we should be able to narrow down potential locations from the lookout points around Azuria, right?
Yeah, that's a great idea. Shall we?
All done. My signature vermilion dumplings.
Vermilion dumplings?
Come now, Rudy. You haven't even had any, and you already look like you've swallowed a bug. They may not look terribly appetizing, but they're packed with nutrients.
Well, Rudy, you heard her. Elenor made these just for us. So, let's dig in.
Your Highness, wait! Allow me. Here I go. Azuria forever!
Rudy, are you all right?
To put it politely, I wouldn't feed this to a feline stuck in a barrel. However, it isn't poisoned. Go on, Your Highness. Give it a try.
All right, then.
Quicker the better.
Okay, then. Here we go.
Are you all right?
Yeah, I'm fine. It's certainly, an acquired taste.
I see. Not quite suited to your palate, then? That makes sense. I suppose these aren't common flavors in Azurian cuisine.
You mean this is a mainstay in Vermeil?
Of course! It's a classic recipe! You can find the ingredients just about anywhere, after all. This is Vermilion comfort food, plain and simple.
You call this comfortable?
That's right!
Around here, we don't really think of materials as edible, so this did come as a bit of a shock.
Given the bounty around you, I'm not surprised. But, back in Vermeil, we have to get creative to turn what resources we have into something delicious. Before my sister became queen, we would often cook these dumplings together and serve them to the people of the capital.
Oh, these were the primary resources you had available. The encroachment must be pretty dire.
The proof is clearly in the dumpling. I did not understand just how hard things were for your people.
I just wanted to share my local cuisine. I wasn't expecting such sympathy.
Sorry, we weren't trying to pity you or anything.
Really, it's fine. The truth is the truth. Fine cuisine isn't easy to come by in Vermeil, so we adapt.
That would help explain why Queen Clarissa is so adamant about getting to the Sacrosanctum.
Well, what my sister really wants is for the people of our kingdom to be able to live in peace.
Even so, I don't know if...
I get it. You're not the only one who disagrees with how my sister runs things. There must be a path forward, without bloodshed. Don't you think so?
Of course. I feel the same.
This kingdom still has so much to teach me. I can't wait to learn more.
If there's anything I can do to help, just say the word.
Many thanks. Also, if you ever crave Vermilion cuisine, just let me know. I'm happy to make it for you anytime.
Oh, yeah, sure. Sounds great.
Your Highness, your eye is twitching.
Well, just for the record, if you have the right ingredients, there are plenty of scrumptious Vermilion recipes just waiting to be tried.
Given your talents, Lady Elenor, I'd bet they'd be delicious. With the right ingredients, like you said.
Oh, Rudy, that's so sweet of you to say. To show my gratitude, I'll whip up some delicious Vermilion candy made out of insects just for you.
Anything but bugs, please.
Are you sure? They're pretty tasty. Oh, I had another great idea. Since we made so many of these dumplings, why don't we go share them with the other rangers? Do you have a minute? There's been something on my mind recently.
Well, do tell.
Well, the villagers welcomed us so kindly. I'd like to thank them. And I can't think of better thanks than a nice, home-cooked meal.
You don't plan on feeding them your Vermilion dumplings, do you? I'd rather not be run out of the village if possible.
No, not dumplings. It's just, Canalta is a uniquely bountiful place, and that's what gives it its wondrous monster ecology. Think of the wealth of ingredients at our fingertips. There's so many options, I could stage a banquet for the entire village.
Sounds to me like you're just looking for an excuse to cook.
It's one of our duties as riders, isn't it? Be grateful for our ingredients, and honor them by making a meal. I've been thinking about representing those rider ideals in cuisine. And then I thought, if we could cook something like that and share it, then maybe we could strengthen our bonds with the villagers.
Like some sort of food-based cultural exchange? I admit a tasty feast could be quite effective in that regard.
Yes, that's exactly what I was thinking. But I'm not entirely sure that my cooking would be to the taste of the shepherd and people.
In that case, it couldn't hurt to ask Master Cole to taste test it for us.
Oh, that's a wonderful idea!
I fear I may regret asking. But what sort of food would you have him sample, Lady Elenor?
To match his standing, I was thinking of the main course at the banquet I presided over when my sister took the throne. I call it the Bouillon Waterfall.
The bouillon waterfall?
A hearty dish made by filling a monster stomach with fixings and spices before broiling it over an open flame. The spicy, aromatic broth cascades out the moment you cut into it, and just as the meat reaches your tongue, it melts away like magic.
The description alone is making my mouth water.
It received a standing ovation, even in that stuffy banquet hall.
It sounds like you have a lot of fond memories wrapped up in that dish.
I do. It was what we ate the last day Clarissa and I laughed together like sisters.
This has gone from mouth-watering to heart-wrenching.
I'm sorry. Getting back on topic, we should go track down the ingredients we need.
Sure, count me in. What ingredients are we looking for?
First, we need a garuga stomach. You might think of using a flame sack instead, but they're too fire-resistant to be any good for cooking. We'll also need aged royal jelly, the clumps of honey you'll often see stuck to Arzuros' right paws. Using a breath attack on an Arzuros should knock it right off. And finally, I need a mellow cap. It's an aromatic mushroom, but large bunches of them will actually cause nearby trees to wither.
So altogether we'll have to collect a garuga stomach, aged royal jelly, and finally, a mellow cap.
All three can be found in the Canalta Timberland. I bet we can get a better sense of where they might be from a lookout point. Come on! We've got everything we need, so let's get started. Rudy, would you do me a favor and get Master Cole?
Leave it to me.
Fantastic. Then let's get cooking.
Anything I can help with, Elenor?
Oh, well, you could set the table, but, won't the others get irritated if they see me putting the Crown Prince to work?
Don't worry about them. Honestly, I've wanted to give this stuff a try.
In that case, I'm more than happy to have your help.
Great.
All right, time to get to it. Here we are, Eleanor's patented bouillon waterfall.
Lady Elenor, I brought Master Cole. And a few uninvited looky-loos as well, it seems.
I'm all finished up over here too, Elenor.
Thank you. All right, everyone, dig in.
This is incredible.
Amazing. Never in my life have I tasted something so tantalizing!
Hey, Len! That was supposed to be my plate!
That was excellent. I admit I was hesitant to try your foreign cuisine, but this is truly a dish worthy of celebration.
I am astonished. To think ingredients from here in Canalta could produce such a delicacy.
I'm so happy you enjoyed it. This is the fare we serve at celebrations in my home country of Vermeil.
In the cuisine of our people, taste has always been secondary. Our meals are basic, without such a dramatic focus on flavor. But I could taste your reverence for the ingredients in every bite. I can only assume that this Vermeil must be a land of rich culture.
Indeed, it is. Forgive me if this is impertinent, but what would you say if I made enough of this dish for the entire village?
The villagers would be quite pleased, I am sure.
Fantastic! Then let's tell everyone they're invited to...
I'd prefer you held off on that.
Master Cole?
Is something wrong? You seem to enjoy the food, so I thought you might be eager to share it.
You are still in the middle of your journey. Once you have chosen your path, once you have reached your journey's end, that's when I would like to take you up on your offer. You said this was a celebratory meal. We should enjoy it when we can truly celebrate.
Very well then. Consider it a promise.
Good. I look forward to it.
After such a gracious offer, too. Master Cole has quite a sense of self-restraint.
I think that might actually be his way of cheering us on.
I see. Well, when you put it that way...
He's given us his word. We'd better come back with good news. And when we do, I'm going to prepare an even more lavish meal. I'll be counting on your help with the ingredients.
Yeah, can't wait.
Your Highness, over there!
What's going on, Gaul?
This scrivener here's had stomach pain since last night. I whipped up some medicine for him, but even that hasn't had any effect.
Sounds like a really bad stomachache. Do you have any idea what might have caused it?
I'm not exactly sure, but if I had to guess, he really loves raw veggies. Maybe he ate some herbs he found out in the fields.
I think your guess is right on the money. He must have snacked on something weird and ended up poisoning himself.
But that's the thing, he's an expert. I can't imagine he'd make a mistake like that.
Is there any chance he ate whatever it was he ate without rinsing it off beforehand?
Now that you mention it, he did always say vegetables tasted best straight from nature.
You mentioned he's had symptoms since last night, right? In that case, there might just be something we can do to help.
Have you figured something out?
I believe he may be suffering from acute blightstone poisoning, which is caused by ingesting blightstone dust. Herbs found out in the wilds tend to be caked in it. If he wasn't washing them, that could well be it.
I can only imagine the issue is more common in regions more deeply affected by the encroachment.
Right now, the symptoms are limited to stomach pain, but if it worsens, it could be trouble. The good news is, we can fix him right up with the help of a signature dish from my hometown, convalescime.
Convalescime?
That's right. It flushes toxins out of your body in no time flat. To be honest, it's probably a bit of a stretch to call it a dish. It's so bitter, you'll be tasting it in your dreams, but it really does work.
Well, you've got my attention at least. What's it made of? Can we get the ingredients?
We can. Thinking locally, we'll probably need... a Jarkon gallbladder, hoary bone, and poignant piquant.
Just thinking about collecting those gives me the shivers.
I can go procure what we need right away. Would you join me?
Yeah, let's go.
Gall, would you mind staying with the patient?
Sure. Whatever you need.
Hoary bone. We should go somewhere with a lot of monster bones. As for the Ajaricon, we'll just have to track one down. Excuse me, Scrivener, is there a spice cellar anywhere nearby? I'm going to need something hot. Really hot.
Well, a merchant with a fair selection of spices has been operating out of the plaza for a while now. He told me he planned on leaving Galliad today, but I can't imagine he made it too far away just yet.
Sounds like he must be in Tarkwan. Let's start by searching for him anywhere travelers might take a rest.
Yeah, the sooner we find him, the better. Like any search, our first stop should be the lookout point. We can map out any places of interest from there.
Sounds good. Remember, this is a race against time. We should all get moving. How is our patient holding up, Gall?
It's not looking good. He's been fading in and out of consciousness.
All right. We'll get cooking as soon as we can. Order up! Convalescime.
What a stench! Are you sure it's okay to feed this to a guy who's already sick?
Sure, I'm sure. Give it a try, and you'll see for yourself.
See for myself. Yeah, I'll give it a try.
Gall, you okay?
It's so bitter! I can't stop sweating! Oh, my body's on fire! Somebody! Anybody! Give me water!
That's the fastest I've ever seen Gall run.
Another successful batch of broth. Thank you, Gall, for your noble sacrifice.
Did you just say sacrifice?
We're wasting time. Serve him the soup.
Are you sure?
For the last time, yes! Hurry!
Here goes nothing.
How are you feeling?
Well, I can stand on my own 2 feet again, thanks to you. Can't seem to shake that horrendous aftertaste, though.
Get used to it. You've got 3 more days to go.
Say it isn't so!
If it ever gets too spicy for you, be sure to drink some Mufa milk. That's what helped me.
Then you've needed this before?
Yes. When I was just a little girl. Clarissa made it for me. She heard that I was ill and rushed right out to get all the ingredients.
She did? But she was a child too, wasn't she?
That's right. My sister was a Monstie whisperer from a young age. And that's not to mention her skill with a sword and bow. But looking back on it, she was forced to do too much. No child should ever have to risk her life.
A girl with the courage to put her life on the line for her sister, and the skills to back up that effort. The more I learn about her, the more I understand how she found her way to the throne of Vermeil.
Call it nostalgia, but this soup will always remind me of my sister. It tastes horrible, but it leaves you with an irreplaceable memory.
Queen Clarissa, your sister. You really do care for her.
I do. And in my heart of hearts, I wish to stop her. I want to put Clarissa's courage back on the proper path. I think I'm the only one who can.
Agreed.
Water!
That scream. Was that Gall? I totally forgot about him.
I'd say he's earned a large glass of Mufa milk. Sorry to call you out here.
I don't mind. Is it something you don't feel comfortable discussing at base?
Oh no, nothing that major.
So, you want to make some of your signature food for the Rangers?
Yes. There's no telling what awaits us, but I feel we're approaching a turning point.
A turning point. I take it you mean the clash between Azuria, Vermeil, and Ancient.
I do. But before that time comes, I'd like to make memories with all of you, while we still can. Cooking is about the only way I can think to do that. That's why I'm working on something special. A new dish, inspired by our journey.
Wow, you managed to make a meal out of our memories? Well, what kind of cuisine is it?
That's just it. During our travels, I noticed monsters that would cook up nicely. And there were particular cuts of meat that looked especially tasty.
You kept a mental checklist of monster meat as we risked life and limb against them?
This all sounds delicious, but, you still haven't told us what it is.
A meal forged from memory. I call it Ranger's Reminiscence.
That has a nice ring to it, but it's also not an answer to the what food is it question.
Ranger's Reminiscence is the king of meat dishes. A mouth-watering mix of monsters we've met in the course of our adventures together. In our journey, we've faced battle after battle. It only makes sense that monster meat would take center stage here.
A mix of monster meat. I like it! Which monster ingredients are you planning to use?
First off, chuck roast from the Magna Mallow in the Blightstone Woods.
Do you think it'd curse us for slaying it?
We'll just have to curse it right back. Just think of the size of it, the way those armor plates bristled. I'll bet the chuck roast in those impressive shoulders is succulent. Also on the menu, thigh meat from the feral Acnosom on the narrow passage in Canalta.
That one-legged stance it had certainly made an impression.
Exactly. One leg supporting all that weight? That thigh must be nothing short of exceptional. Also, a tenderloin from the Almudron in the Muddled Marsh.
An Almudron tenderloin?
Yes, taken right from the base of its tail. You might think this cut would be pungent or earthy, but as part of this mix, I think it'll impart a nice, delicate flavor.
Finding all this will be a walk down memory lane.
That's the hope. I want this dish to embody our time together and show you all how grateful I am. A celebration and a meal to remember.
Let's get to it.
Lady Elenor, I've summoned all of the Rangers at your behest.
You have my thanks, Rudy.
So,
For accepting me into your ranks from an enemy kingdom, and for taking me this far. You have my sincerest gratitude.
Where's this coming from? Bit formal for my tastes.
I've learned so many things throughout the course of our journey. The history of Azuria and Vermeil, the truth of Ancient, and the way all the wonderful people here face crystallization, which could hardly be more different from what is done in Vermeil.
Are you trying to tell us you're going back? Is that what this is?
No way, Elenor! You can't go!
Cora, Thea, thank you. Don't worry. I'm not returning to Vermeil just yet. We're a hair's breadth away from the final conflict. I cannot even begin to predict what will happen. So, I wanted to take this opportunity to tell you all I appreciate you. In a way only I can do.
Ah, I get it now. You nearly scared me off with all that formality.
Ha! Whip up something tasty for us, did ya?
If you made it, we know it's gonna be great.
My tummy's rumbling just thinking about it. Wait, you didn't make your convalescent again, did you? Because,
Thea, don't bring that up. I still taste it in my dreams.
Everyone's ready and waiting, Elenor.
Right. Then let's get cooking. Order up! I present Ranger's Reminiscence, a medley of 3 monster meats, cooked to perfection with my signature spice mix. All right, bon appetit!
this looks absolutely ambrosial! Don't mind if I do!
Get a whiff of that seasoning.
Ho ho ho! Each ingredient hits the tongue a totally different way. It's like the monsters are running amok in my mouth.
Go on, Gall. Dig in.
Sure. Amazing!
There's more meat where that came from, everyone.
Seconds, please!
Thank goodness. Everyone looks so happy.
Don't worry. Your feelings came across clear as day.
Good. You're all my dear friends. Now and forever. I couldn't ask for anything more. And my sister.
I know what I'm about to say is easier said than done, but Once all this is over, I'd like us all to share a table again. With the Rangers, the people of Shepperton, and Queen Clarissa, too.
Yes, that's a fine idea.
Then let's give our all to make that happen.
Yeah.